Hi, I'm Victoria Pearson, but you can call me V, and don't hate me for saying this, but I actually don't hate Mondays. So I thought you guys might like to come along and see what I do with my Monday to make it into my fun day. Oh God, that's the cheesiest. My teens are going to hate it. I'm definitely leaving that in. I actually keep meaning to do a sort of day in the life video, take you through my day. But I always remember that like after I'm awake and I've drunk some coffee and I've posted my daily video, like I keep forgetting to film the bit where I'm walking around at 6 in the morning like a zombie going coffee. Like, how do people remember to do? Are you just all just staging it, or do you set up your camera before you wake up? I don't really understand. Anyway, I'm running a little bit, tiny bit late this morning. I've only just posted my daily vlog and it is already about 8:20. And so in a second, I'm gonna get ready, put my shoes and jacket on, find the kiddos' lunchbox, all that sort of stuff. Probably discover that he had a project that was due in today that he's known about for 3 weeks that I'm hearing about now. And then we're gonna go to the school. And when I come back, I will take you through what I'm going to be doing with the rest of my day. I don't know when this started, but you know how when you've got kids, you end up with these just really daft little traditions that just appear out of nowhere? Well, one of ours is that I have to write on my kid's banana every day. And every day I have to write something new, otherwise he won't eat it. This is the littlest one, the 7-year-old. And so I'm having to come up with more and more interesting things to put on bananas. I have resorted to Googling banana jokes now. So today's banana says, why did the banana go to the doctor? He wasn't peeling well. I hope that's a good enough joke to earn this banana getting eaten. Right, you ready then?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your book?
Yeah.
Got your brain?
Yeah.
Got your jacket?
Yeah.
Got your snack?
Yeah.
Got all your stuff?
Yeah.
Ready to go kick Monday in the butt?
No.
No? Why not? So I just took my kid to school, and as I got there I thought, that's weird, that kid's got really odd socks on, and then another kid, and then another kid, and then a teacher's got odd socks on. So it turns out it's odd sock day today, but luckily, totally coincidentally, my kid is in odd socks today, so it's fine. It is so chilly outside, but it's also so beautiful. It's one of those foggy autumn days where all the leaves are already all golden and beautiful, and it's all foggy and misty and eerie. Oh, that is my favourite. So I have a million things to do this morning. Maybe not an actual million, but you know, close. And we've got to kind of speed through them and get them done before we can go out. But it's so nice out there today. I am pretty determined that we're going to do something outdoorsy today. Stop itching yourself, you're making a horrible noise. My doggy is here as well. So, Monday is creative day, so at least I don't have to work today, and then hopefully we'll be able to get out and do something outdoorsy while the weather's all nice before the fog burns up. That would be good. Obviously you guys do know that I can't do anything without having a cuppa first. So we'll make a cuppa, and then I will run down what I usually would do on a Monday, and then we'll just procrastinate and we'll do fun stuff instead. Well, that was a bit strong, but I probably need it today. So I know that I just said that we will procrastinate what I normally do on a Monday and do fun stuff instead. But that being said, actually my Mondays are my fun days anyway. I'm lucky enough, because I am self-employed, to be able to structure my own working week. And I was so sick and tired of waking up like, oh, Monday again. Awful day ahead of me, don't want to get out of bed. Now, I still don't want to get out of bed. What can I say? I love my bed. But Mondays are now my much more fun days. Mondays are for writing related admin, first and foremost, and for making vlogs for you guys, which I find fun as well. And so it will be things like collating my patron income, making sure I've got that written down for my taxes, Doing the same with my Amazon, seeing what my sales are like on Amazon with my books. Then I do any postings for orders that I've got over the weekend. I'll post out on Monday, and making sure that I've got enough packaging, making sure that I've got enough stock in my shop, all those sorts of things. I get them out of the way with on a Monday morning. And then on Monday afternoon it's just for fun stuff like vlogging and doing more writing. I write every afternoon, or I theoretically write every afternoon. And I have a procrastination period marked writing every afternoon because I do my virtual assistant work on a Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday morning. That gives me my afternoons free to write. And then Fridays are where I do other admin-y type stuff, mostly like make sure my house is clean, start my laundry, all that nonsense. But it's also kind of a catch-up day for anything that I've missed over the rest of the week. I think my first task of the day actually is to read what my collab partner has written, because while I'm filming this, it'll be finished by the time it goes out, but while I'm filming this I'm still doing NaNoWriMo, and so I'm collaborating with my friend Tix. We're writing a script together. He wrote some stuff over the weekend that I haven't read yet, so I'm going to read that and catch up with it, and actually that'll be the first thing that I do once I finish this cuppa and talking to you. Once we've got that done, and I've done my NaNoWriMo words and maybe a couple of other sort of householdy bits and bobs that I missed over the weekend, then I think we're going to be able to get outside and do something nice out in the fog before it all burns off. So I'm going to speed run through all of this work now, but first I'm going to take my dog for a wee. I wanted to show you while I'm out here in my garden what I did with my pumpkins that we carved for Halloween. As I said to you before, I'm going to leave them somewhere where the hedgehogs can't get them but the birds can. I decided to be really lazy about that and just put it out as the scarecrow that I had built in my garden, because then the birds can reach the pumpkin and the hedgehogs can't. So that's what's left of my pumpkin. As you can see, his face has gone pretty freaking mouldy. That's disgusting, but the wildlife will love it. The other pumpkin's down there, because we don't get many hedgehogs in this garden, and that one seems fairly intact. But I guess because this one had the bigger face holes and the big stick going into it, it's really gone quite manky. It doesn't smell or anything, and like I say, the wildlife and the little microorganisms will be loving that. There's bugs inside, I don't know if you can see. Maybe I should put a warning on this video for like mouldy things before I put it out. I know that most people think of them as a weed, but dandelions are easily my favourite flower. It's got such beautiful, bright, yellow, sunshiny flowers that the bees love in the summer. And then you get this gorgeous little delicate beauty when it's started to set seed. Who could not love that, even if they didn't bring you wishes? That went well. Doesn't want to bring me my wishes today. Still counts. I'm having a bit of a day already. Took my kid to school on Odd Socks Day, and it was only accidentally that he was in odd socks. They weren't even that odd. I'd worked hard to make sure that they didn't look too odd. And now I took my case off my phone to be able to fit it in my tripod. Now I can't find my case, and I'm actually a little bit terrified of moving around with my phone. I really want to take you guys out with me and go somewhere nice, but I am very scared that if I do, I'm going to break my phone. So let's tear the house apart first and try and find my phone case, I guess. I managed to find my phone case. I'm so relieved. That was a really nerve-wracking sort of half an hour when I was looking for that. I had dropped it into my shoe. Of course, why wouldn't you think to look in your shoe when you're looking for something you've lost? People actually hire me to organise them. Make of that what you will. Anyway, like I said before, it is Monday fun day, and that means it's writing admin day. I've already done all of my sales last week. I already posted off all my orders yesterday and sorted out my stock levels, and so I don't have to do any of that this morning. But instead I get to do something really fun, which is read my friends' contributions to our shared writing project. It hasn't got a title at the moment, and even if it did, I probably wouldn't tell you because it's all a surprise. But I'm going to read through their contributions this morning, see what I make of that, and see if I've got any feedback to give them, or whether that affects any of the half that I have been writing, because obviously when you're collaborating at a distance, that bit can be quite tricky. I can't really show you me doing that because I film all my vlogs on my phone. I also do most of my work from my phone. So just imagine me sitting here with a cuppa, speed reading, because I would have shown you it on double speed anyway. Alright? Okay, so I have read my collab partner's piece of the writing that we're working on together this morning. I couldn't show you that because I was reading it on my phone. And then after that, we had a quick phone call about it. And so, well, I say a quick phone call, we can talk quickly, we chat on all day. But I couldn't show you that either, obviously, because I film on my phone and I was talking on my phone. But we had a really interesting conversation about the mechanics of zombies, which was quite fun, and some little obstacles that our characters can get into in the apocalypse that we're writing for them. Yes, I have got my dressing gown on. It's chilly in the house, but I'm not putting the heating on just for me. That's ridiculous. Now, I've done all that. It is about 12 o'clock. While I was on the phone, I did eat as well. So I won't bore you by showing you me having some lunch. I was going to take the dog out for a little walk. But when I got his lead out, he ran away from me and hid on his bed and really doesn't want to go out today. He's getting old. It is very cold and damp and foggy outside, and it's probably getting into his bones a bit, and he would rather stay in his bed on the warm, snuggled up in his blankies. Who can blame him? But like I said, I love the fog, okay? It is my second favourite weather after snow. So what I'm going to do is have a very quick tidy up of my kitchen, because it is looking a bit skanky, and then I am going to probably go for a walk and take you with me, and we'll go and look out in the fog. Might pop to the shops and see if there's any interesting snacks in there today, but I might not. I might just go for a walk and not spend any money at all. So yeah, quick tidy up of the kitchen. Can't do it with my dressing gown. I'm going to hang that up with my apron, I think, and then we will get ready and go out. Can you tell I'm running out of vlog content ideas? Maybe you guys can give me some ideas of the sort of things that you might like to see, because I have done sort of self-help stuff, I've done sort of writing stuff, I've done days out. I'm not sure what you like to see the best, so let me know and I'll make more videos that are more like that. See, if I was a proper influency type and good at this whole vlogging thing, what I would have done there was use some fancy cleaning gadget and then been all like, oh, affiliate link in the description or whatever. But I'm not that kind of vlogger at all, because I wouldn't know where to start. So what I am doing is cleaning my kitchen with the cleaning cloth that my friend knitted for me, which has been better than any other cleaning cloth that I've ever bought, ever. And they wash really well as well. Oh my god, now I'm turning into like a 1950s vlogger if they had YouTube. Good lord. What's really weird is that I'm standing in front of my kitchen window and I'm talking to you whilst I'm cleaning, and there's lots of people walking past and none of them can see that there's a camera there, but they can all see that there's a counter there, so there can't be a person there. And so it just looks like I'm having a little conversation with my toaster. That looks a lot better. Having very clearly indicated that he didn't want to come with me, the dog is now complaining that I'm leaving him on his own. There's no pleasing some people. I was going to wear my cute little jacket, and then I opened the front door and it's absolutely freezing, so you're getting the full winter woolly effect today. Like I said, don't know where we're going to go. I know I've got to pop to the shop on the way back, because I want some snacks that are not healthy snacks, and I was feeling very virtuous when I did the shopping, and so I don't have any unhealthy snacks in the house. But yeah, we'll have a little wander. We'll go to the park and go and see some countryside and see what we can see. So I've actually driven somewhere for a walk, which probably sounds a bit beside the point, but that was because I wanted to be able to show you lots of my walk without too carefully pinpointing where I live, but also because I don't want to actually walk that far today, but I wanted to get somewhere pretty. I don't want to walk that far today because I'm going back to pole class tomorrow for the first time in about 3 months. I don't want to be too tired when I get there. Going into the golf course now, so I have to pay attention. I just had to walk quite quickly, so I'm really out of breath now, because the part of my walk that I'm on is on a golf course, Don't know if you can see that very well. And I was just walking past the part where they were all teeing off, and I didn't want to die. But we've got past the worst of the golfing now, I think. There's a lot more golfers than I expected here today. It is quite damp and dry, but it is still very mild for the time of year. So I'm guessing that they're out here until the weather sets in properly. Winter starts for sure. Pretty sure that we're past most of the golfers now. I keep having to stop filming whenever I see a person because, you know, social anxiety. I don't look like a weird person just talking to my phone. I guess it's more common now though. But yeah, there are still some golfers just the other side of these trees, and I'm having to watch my step a lot because that is the surface that I'm walking on right now. It's also where I twisted my ankle really badly when I was running. Never run again. When I was fitter and more into cardio, I used to be able to run up here. Can't now. Nearly there. The track that I'm going up is also a road, so I keep having to come off into the long grass to let cars go past. Look at all these beautiful autumn colours though, just starting to come along the lane. It's gorgeous. By the time you see this, it'll probably be full winter, but at the moment this is my favourite time of the year. You know, I actually should have worn my little jacket, because now that I've got going, I'm absolutely roasted. Now I forgot about all the inclines on this route. I haven't done it for a really long time. So that is me totally out of the golf course area now, which I'm really pleased about actually, because I'm never quite sure which way I'm supposed to look, and it's not normally that crowded on a weekday. Like, it was really, really crowded, and it did mean that as well that I couldn't stop to show you things like the puffball mushrooms that I found, stuff like that. But we're out of there now, and so we're just on the public footpath at the moment. In a second we're going to see quite a cool church actually, and then we're going to cut through the graveyard. It's a really, really old graveyard, but I can't remember how old, so I'm hoping there's going to be a sign there to remind me. Pretty sure there's World War I graves there though. And so yeah, we are going to go and walk that way, and hopefully I'll be able to film a bit more without being quite so self-conscious. It was a little bit That back there, that is where the golf course is. You can just about see the gate. And so now we're into some weird no man's land. It was actually really nice living near enough to the golf course to visit during lockdown though, because when everything in the UK shut down the first time, they opened everything up and just said, yeah, just use the space. And for my children, who have been taught their whole lives that you stay on the path on the golf course, they thought that that was amazing. They thought that we were being really subversive and naughty, and they had a great time there. Probably about halfway around my route now. I picked a circular route so I could get back to the car easily. Already thinking that I picked far too long of a circular route, and I keep forgetting about all the inclines, and I've just remembered I have to do a really steep bit in a minute. I'm absolutely knackered. Really hope this isn't going to tire me out too much for pole tomorrow. Hopefully being out in the cold and the fresh air is going to energise me rather than exhaust me. But who knows? We'll find out. Love when you just hear little snatches of conversation. I just walked past a couple of women pushing a buggy along down the lane, having a nice little walk. They're talking about religion and the Bible. I just find that really strange. And you don't hear that very often, do you, in casual conversation? So now, my writer brain is going to be spending the rest of the day trying to fill in the dialogue of how they got there. And speaking of religion, we are very near. You might even be able to see the spire. There it is. Weirdly, there is a road separating that from the graveyard. Not me not seeing the man on the other side of the road when I was talking about the graveyard and the religious talk. Never actually been into this church, so I'm going to have a little wander and see what it's like, and hopefully find a little plaque about the history of the place. Hopefully. I had a little look around the outside to see if I could see a little plaque or something about the age of the church. Look how cute this door is. I just love it. But I couldn't find one, and it feels disrespectful to go in and just start filming. It did amuse me that the church has a QR code though. We are going to cross the road instead and go up into the graveyard. I don't know how much you will be able to see. Because like I said, it's quite a dark day anyway, but it's very dark under these big old yew trees. No idea what that is you can hear. Never heard a bird like that before. For a second then I got to hear and I was like, oh no, where is the exit? It has gone. But it's hidden away just over there. I think it is raining now, so for those of you that chose the option, I'd just like to see you get soaked in the rain on my poll the other day, this is the one for you, obviously. I'm going out of the tree line as well now. I know these must be super, super awkward if you're in a wheelchair or you're pushing a buggy or something, but I just think kissing gates are just adorable. Is that what these are called? Kissing gates? I don't know what the green paint's all about, but I have got that all over my hand now, so that's fun. I think it might be marking a trail, because I think that this is on the green sand trail now. If you're into like your hiking and stuff, green sand trail is quite long, but part of it does go through here, and I think this might be it. Because we have got the big public footpath sign. Although you would think that it would say if it was the Green Sands Trail. So now I come out onto this gorgeous heathland. I don't know if you can see very well, but I can see just beautiful fog hiding all those trees in the background. It's gorgeous. It's not the foggiest I've ever seen it, but it's beautiful. You can hardly even see the woods. Could be a mountain. It's not, it's just really foggy woodland. How can you see colours as beautiful like that and tell me that any season except autumn is the best? I don't believe you. I reckon this walk has definitely put some colour in my cheeks. Look, I'm beet red, freezing and boiling at the same time. Was not dressed well for this walk at all. It's a lot muddier than I expected to. But it's just so gorgeous, I can't even hold it against it. Look at all these gorgeous autumn colours behind me. I just love it so much. Can you see the magpies playing there? I love all kinds of corvids. I hope I can get close enough for you to see them better. I can only see one now, but I swear a moment ago we had two for joy. Oh, look at him go. Gorgeous thing. And you might look at what I'm about to show you and go, oh my god, what an eyesore. I just think this is gorgeous. I absolutely love the vibe of this abandoned, is it a warehouse, is it a barn, I don't know. That's where I just saw the magpies go into. They went into the roof area. And they're obviously nesting in there. I just really love that whole dilapidated vibe, you know, that kind of abandoned thing. If I was slightly less responsible, I'd go exploring. But of course, I am sensible, mother of 4, married and sensible, and so I do take notice of signs like that. And to be honest, structurally, that doesn't look too promising, does it? There are an awful lot of danger keep out signs around here. It's just making it more tempting, to be honest. If you never met a child, honestly, this sort of thing was my playground when I was little. I really wish that I'd got down here earlier this morning, because if this had all been banked in fog when we came along, that would look so atmospheric and cool, wouldn't it? I don't know that this is going to be a particularly interesting video for you to watch, but it has been really, really good for my brain coming out, smelling the smells of autumn, kicking through the autumn leaves, and just staring at the blood having a walk out in the chilly day. It's been really, really good for me, so thanks for coming along. I have now reached the part of my walk where I'm coming out of the countryside-y bit, and I have the option of either cut back into the golf course and meet up with my car that way, or go slightly longer way, but go down this town's little high street. I think I'm probably going to do that too and pop into the shops on the way. Obviously, I'm probably not going to film too much on the high street because I have social anxiety and I don't want to be like drawing attention to myself as I go down the road. Maybe as I get a little bit more confident with the whole vlogging thing, then I'll be able to do that a bit more easily. But at the moment, the idea of somebody seeing me filming is really, really cringe. I'm still cringing about that man seeing me earlier talking about the church while I was filming myself. While I've been walking, I have surreptitiously been looking with holly with berries for my Christmas wreath this year that I put on around mid-December on my front door. I always make it myself. I cannot find any berries this year either. It's a terrible year for berries, or the birds are like really hungry this year. Did I just walk into a hedge? I'm going to leave that in. This is just the prettiest little street, isn't it? Just love the way it just disappears off into the trees. I found some berries. Unfortunately, they are much higher than I can reach. So yeah, in terms of the wreath, we're either having a very green wreath this year, or I might have to get some red polymer and make berries maybe. I don't know, I like to make my wreaths out of all natural stuff, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that. We might just have a very green wreath this year. I have just seen that there is a Christmas fair going on near here in a couple of weeks' time, so I'll probably get to take you to that too. I found some berries and they're at hand height. Because these are the only ones, I don't feel like I can take them. I also actually didn't bring a bag with me, which I probably should have if I was going to be just carrying greenery around. Maybe we'll come out specifically for a little session of hollying. I wanted snacks, but Mum Brain said you've got snacks at home. The snack I've got at home. Isn't that the most gorgeous tree you've ever seen? Right, I am home again. I forgot to show you some of my journey getting home, but that's boring as well. I am actually really tired. It's only about 1:45. We weren't out for very long, but it's really tired me out. And I think, knocking all the things over. I think a big part of that is because I have just been out of action with all of my exercisey type stuff, my fitness type stuff that I do. And part of it was just because it's dark and it's cold and it's hard to get going. And that quite grueling because I haven't gone for a walk for a long time. And I would like to just sit on my ass and scroll social media for the rest of the day, if you don't mind terribly. But when I was nearly home, I got a couple of alerts on my phone and I've had a few orders. I've sold a copy of my Strange Notebook, which is my creative prompt journal that helps you come to a sort of a self-love place through doodling and writing short stories and silly poems and things like that are all prompted on there. And so I've sold one of those, and I've also sold another of my book lovers boxes, which are rapidly selling out actually. So I'm going to have to pack up those orders so that they're ready to take to the post office first thing tomorrow after the school run. So no rest for the V. I realised as well that I've got a lot of really bizarre camera angles going on in this video because I was walking and filming at the same time, so I just thought I'd do this just so you can have another one. Okay, so that is me back from the school run. I've just picked my little one up. I'm going to start cooking dinner in a little while. We're probably going to have a vegetarian tikka because I've just got a jar of that already. And don't tell my nan that I cook out of jars as well. We do lots of not telling my nan on this channel, it's fine. I would love to see you on Monday for my next vlog, but like I said, I have got absolutely no idea what I'm going to vlog about yet because I am a bit thin on the vlog ideas. I've talked about your self-help and your self-care stuff. I've talked about the more spiritual things that I do. I've talked a lot about my writing, and I've taken you out on day trips with me, and I seem to get roughly the same amount of views for all of those different types of videos, so I don't know what you guys like the most. So comment, tell me, let me know. I will make more of the kind of content that you like seeing. Join me on Monday. We'll be doing something together. I think we might make a Christmas wreath, but I don't know. We'll go through the week and we will see what is more interesting, what kind of crops up through the week and gives me ideas for vlogs. If you can't bear to wait a whole week without seeing me again, I understand. But just pop along to my channel every morning on YouTube Shorts. I start the day by letting you know what I'm grateful for, taking a really deep breath to get my day sorted. And I love it when you join me in that. It'd be fantastic. But until then, you have yourself a magical week.